Today we are going to be making a card because it is the last day of International Women's Month. So I thought we could celebrate by making a card for a special woman or special women in your life. Today I'm gonna make 2 cards and just go through all that with you. I'm super excited to be able to celebrate International Women's Month with you all and celebrate the special women in our life. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, I have my paper, but obviously I wanna make it a cool card. So I'm gonna grab some other supplies. I'm gonna go grab markers. But while I'm grabbing my supplies, why don't you all go get all your supplies too? Okay, awesome. So I have my markers here and I have a bunch of different colors. So today I'm gonna be making cards for my sister and my mom, who are both super important women in my life. And so I want them to feel special during International Women's Month because I want them to know how awesome they are. Some ideas for people that you can send these to. You can think of a mom or a grandma or a caregiver or your aunts, your siblings, anyone special in your life. So to get started, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my piece of paper. You can do it too, you can fold it and make it a super big card. So I'm gonna make mine, each one a different shape or a different size because I'm with my mom, so I don't have to mail this one. So it doesn't have to fit in an envelope. So I'm gonna keep it this big size. But the one that I'm gonna make for my sister, I'm gonna try and fit in this teeny tiny envelope I found that's a little bit crinkly, but it'll still go in the mail. And I'm gonna go ahead and fold it one time. So fold it hamburger way one time, and then fold it again hamburger way another time. So I have this little card that will fit inside my envelope. Super cool. So now I'm just gonna get started. I know that my mom loves the colors green, so I'm gonna put green on my mom's, and I'm gonna start by writing Happy International Women's Month. Oof, got a little squish there at the end. I know this is gonna be backwards when you look at it, but you can kind of take a peek. So that's what I've written. So now I'm gonna take a few minutes just to decorate it and put some awesome things on there. I wanna see if you make these cards, will you take pictures of them? And you can either post them on Instagram and tag Garden, or you can email them to us. We would love to see what you're making so that we can see all the awesome things you all are doing, even if we can't be there with you. So I'm gonna keep coloring on mine. I'm trying to think of some things that my mom really likes. My mom loves being outside in nature, so I'm gonna draw some trees on my mom's. Ooh, that marker didn't work, no biggie. Draw some trees and maybe some mountains on my mom's. Looks like I don't have a brown. My supplies are pretty limited here, so I'm just gonna make do with orange. It's gonna have an orange tree trunk. Gonna draw a few more of those. If you want, you can let me know down below. There's a comment section. You can tell me what you're putting on the front of your card. So there are my trees. Let me show you all. Beautiful, happy little trees. And then I'm gonna draw some mountains in the background because my mom loves the mountains. You know what? I think I'm gonna draw one more tree just to make it look nice and evened out. You can also let me know maybe if you want down below, what are some things that your mom really loves? Does your mom like flowers? Does she like spending time outside? Does she like watching movies? What kind of things does she like? There's a ton of different things you can celebrate about the important women, not your mom, the important women in your life. Sorry, I'm just thinking about my mom because she rocks. So I'm gonna draw a flower on mine too for my mom. Okay, y'all, so this is kind of what I have so far for the front. I have a flower, 3 little trees, and some mountains. I'm gonna go ahead and keep coloring the front of mine just a little bit. Color in. And then we get to work on the inside next. I'm trying to make it look like these mountains have some pretty snow on them. I'm definitely not an artist, so I hope my mom appreciates the hard work I put into this. Woohoo! All right, so I'm gonna work on the inside. And on the inside, this is a nice part because I'm gonna write a note to my mom. So if you all wanna take a few minutes, I'm writing mine to my mom. So if you wanna take a few minutes to write a note to the important woman that you are writing your card to, go for it. I'm gonna grab a pen really quick. And while I'm doing this, I'm gonna grab a sip of my water. Awesome. So while you all are writing something special on the inside of your card, I'm gonna go ahead and write something special on the inside of mine. Okay, so on the inside of mine, I wrote, "Dear Mom, thank you for being a great example of a strong woman. Love, Kelsey." And the inside of mine on this page looks pretty bare. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw some more on the inside. I'm gonna draw this could be a big bust. I'm gonna draw a bicep and an arm, so my mom's nice and strong. Oh man, that was very ambitious. Well, it is something. A strong arm. I'm gonna label it so she knows what it is. Awesome. So that's what I'm gonna do for my mom's card. And I'm just gonna fold it up, set it to the side, and because I'm staying with my mom right now, I'm just gonna give it to her later. The other one that I already folded, if you're not done with your card, take your time. I'm just gonna start working on my next one for my sister, because this one requires a little bit more work because I am gonna have to put it in an envelope and stamp it and send it. So I'm gonna do the same thing for my sister's start. All right, Happy International Women's Month on the front. This one's a little smaller, so I'll write a little smaller. And so on my sister has a dog named Penelope who is the best. And so I'm gonna see if I can draw a dog. Maybe one that doesn't look like Penelope, but just a dog. And because that's what my sister loves. If anyone has any dog drawing tips, go ahead and let me know because it is not my forte to draw anything, let alone dogs. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little tongue sticking out. Her tongue's a little bigger than that, huh? Now I'll go ahead and draw her tongue pink. And then the ears, the tough part. All right, y'all, let's see what she looks like. I'll show you in just one sec. like I said, I really want to see what you're making. So if you want to post pictures, there is a little picture of my sister's dog, Penelope. I am gonna do a few more details on the outside, then I'm gonna open it up, write a note again to my sister on the inside, just like I did for the one for my mom. And I'm gonna write her a nice note on the inside. And after I wrote that, I'm gonna go ahead and just like I did on my mom's, decorate the inside. And then with this one, there's a few more steps. So I'm gonna take my envelope and I need to address it. So when we address our envelope, we always write it in the center of the card on the opposite side where the flap is. Let me see if we can find a better envelope than that one. And I'm just gonna use this piece of paper as an example of where to write our address and to mail it. So I'm gonna go ahead and write my sister's address right in the middle. So where I wrote her name, Brenna, that's where you're gonna write her address. If you need someone's address, you can ask a parent or an adult, or if you know it, go ahead and write it. I don't know my sister's address, so I'm gonna ask my mom when she gets back what it is. And when you address a card, my name and address also has to go on it. So I'm gonna write mine right up here. Again, it's backwards, I know, but right where I wrote my name. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Nice, right there. So I'm gonna write my address under where I wrote my name. Awesome. And then the last thing we need to send a letter is a stamp. That shows the government that that's how you pay to send mail. So your stamp, I am gonna go peek and see if I have a stamp in my drawer. So I don't have a stamp, but I have this beautiful little Post-it note that I'm gonna just color blue really quick. That's gonna represent my stamp. So when we put a stamp on the letter, we're gonna put it on the upper right-hand side. Just have to figure that out myself. So do you see where my blue is? I know it's backwards, but it'll be on the opposite side for yours. But that's where my blue is. That's where my stamp would go. So then I can put this in my mailbox. I'm gonna put my sister's card inside of my makeshift envelope until I find a real one. And then I'm gonna put this in the mail and I get sent to my sister so that she can celebrate International Women's Day with me too. I'm super excited about this craft because I think it's really important to celebrate the women in our life. And I'm gonna just give you a quick few fun facts about International Women's Day. If you wanna look up some more information for yourself, you totally can. So let me know some of the cool things you find out about International Women's Day. Okay, so I just finished up my cards and I'm gonna tell you all a little bit about International Women's Day, the history of it, and two women that are really influential and I think are doing super cool things for women now. International Women's Day is actually March 8th. And International Women's Day was first celebrated and recognized in 1975, even though I know we've been celebrating women a lot longer than that. But so it was March 8th, 1975, which is 45 years ago. And International Women's Month is the month of March, so we get to celebrate all month long. This is the last day, but I hope that you continue to celebrate the important women in your life all year round. So the two women that I'm going to talk just a tiny bit about for International Women's Day, the first is Megan Rapinoe, and she is a famous soccer player. And the second is Sonia Sotomayor. So Megan Rapinoe is the captain of the U.S. women's national soccer team, and she is just, I could talk about her all day. She's super cool. She's a phenomenal athlete, but she's also a phenomenal advocate. So she advocates for women, those less fortunate than her, and is a constant voice for equality. Sonia Sotomayor is on the Supreme Court. She's a Supreme Court justice. She was appointed in May 2009. She is working hard every day to uphold the Constitution, which impacts all of us, which protects our rights, and make sure that we are living in a country that follows our Constitution, which is super important. So I think it's awesome to get to see these two women in roles where they're really able to make a difference. And I just want to keep supporting them, and I love seeing all the work that they're doing. Thanks for taking the time to learn a tiny bit about International Women's Day with me and make some awesome cards for the important women in your life. Everyone have a great